Hello YouTube, this is a response to lindybeige and his video point on bows. I'll just start off with, I do have a bow. This is Cody. She's a Fredbear Super Kodiak, 60-pound draw weight. I love her. Thanks to the people at Bear Archery for sponsoring me with her. Thanks to Sticks and Limbs. And I'll get straight on with the meat of the video. Which basically, I sort of agree and disagree with your points. He's correct, a bow is just a spring. But there's a limited amount of power you can get in a spring. When I draw a 60-pound bow, I get 60 pounds worth of power from it. If I draw a different bow, say my 45-pound longbow, which I'm afraid I don't have here with me, I would only get 45 pounds of power out of it. Even though I can draw the 60-pound bow, I'll only ever get 45 pounds of power out of it. So it would be correct to describe this bow as more powerful than my 45-pound bow. Even though if I could only draw 45 pounds, I'd only get 45 pounds out of this, or probably less because I wouldn't be drawing it to its correct draw length. The bow is more powerful. And in addition to this, there are different styles of bow which he mentions. There's recurve bows like this, and composite bows, but they're different things. Recurve is the shape and composite is the materials. They don't necessarily go together. Some of the bows from the Mary Rose actually had what they think was steamed in recurving just on the tips, which is, I found, rather interesting. And the different materials used will give you different power. So you can also talk about different amounts of power in that. And that's much more subjective. I call it cast. And it's the conversion of power from the bow into the arrow. Actually, the English longbow design, the D cross section of the bow, is one of the most inefficient designs for transferring energy. Something like this, the Neolithic bows you see, compound bows being the epitome of the power there, giving you the most cast per pound. Longbows and English warbows, of course, are very efficient designs for being made, and you can make quite easily a very high draw weight bow. Quite how high? That's a matter for experts and fanboys to argue over. I shan't do that in this video because really you can get as bad as katana noobs. And so I feel that it's actually correct to talk about more and less powerful bows, with that you have to remember that really to use a bow effectively you have to have the archer. The reason the musket replaced the longbow was not because the musket was more effective than the longbow, but because the musket's so much easier to train someone to use than the longbow. One thing they used to say about training people with the longbow is to train a good longbow archer, you have to start with their grandfather. So anyway, thanks YouTube, bye.